Good morning, students. So last class we discussed about introduction of periodic classification of elements and early attempts of classification of elements. Now we discuss about further classifications, that is called as Lavoisier classification. According to Lavoisier, elements can be divided into two types, metals and non-metals. How you can divide the metals and non-metals? So this classification can be divided into two types, metals and non-metals, based on their properties. According to Lavoisier, elements are classified two types. One is metals, B. non-metals. How you can divide? Based on the properties. Now one by one we discuss what are the properties of metals, what are the properties of non-metals. First we discuss about properties of metals. First one is state. What is the state of metals? Generally metals are solids. Metals are solids except mercury and gallium. So here what is the state of mercury and gallium? So these two elements are liquids. Generally metals are solids, but there are two elements are liquids. This is metal liquids. Next, lustrine. Lustrine means, what is the meaning of lustrine? Shiny nature. Metals exist shiny nature. Suppose let me take silver spoon, keep in the presence of sunlight, it gives shiny nature. So metals exist shiny nature. This is called as lustrine. Next, hardness. Metals are very hard substances. Except potassium, sodium. That means except. Here what is the state of potassium and sodium? Soft solids. So here metals are very hard, these two are soft. Next, melting point. Generally metals are solids, that's why metals having high melting point. Metals have high melting point. Next, fifth one, boiling point. Some liquid metals is there, that liquid metals exist, boiling point. So metals have high boiling point. Next, sixth one, sonority. What is the meaning of sonority? Let me take some metals, iron metal. So iron metal drop on the earth surface from certain height. What do you notice? When you notice, the sound is produced. So it is called as sonority. The metal which can produce sound is called as sonority. Simply, metals have sonorous. So metals which can produce sound is called as sonority. Next, seventh one, ductility. What is the meaning of ductility? When we beat the metal with the help of the hammer, it drawn into small wires is called as ductility. So where we are observing the ductility properties. So suppose copper wires in homes, current wires, do you know, inside of the current wire is there copper wire, it drawn into small wire, so that is called as ductility. When we beat the metal, with help of the hammer, it drawn into small wire is called as ductility. Which elements exist more ductility? Example, gold has, gold symbol what? AU, has more ductility. Next, malleability. What is the meaning of malleability? When we beat the metal with help of the hammer, it drawn into sheets is called as malleability. When we beat the metal with help of the hammer, it drawn into sheets is called as malleability. Which elements exist more malleability? Gold and silver. So which elements exist more malleability? Gold and silver. Next, last one is conductivity. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. So metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. So which element exists good conductor of heat as well as electricity? Silver. Silver exists more conductivity. So this is the properties of metals. What are there? One is state. Second one, lustrity. Lustrity means shiny nature, hardness, melting point, boiling point, sonority, ductility, malleability, conductivity. What is the meaning of conductivity? Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Some metals exist electricity. So that's why we are calling conductivity. So next, let me discuss about non-metals. Next, what is the heading? Non-metals. What are the properties of non-metals? First one is state. Generally, non-metals are gases. Generally, non-metals are gases, but some of the non-metals are solids. Example: carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, iodine are solids. Another one is there, liquid non-metal is there. Bromine is a liquid non-metal. So very important here. Generally, non-metals are gases. So some of the non-metals exist solid nature, some of the non-metals exist liquid state. Carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, iodine are solids. Bromine is the liquid non-metal. Next, lustrity. Lustrity means shiny nature. Generally, non-metals are does not exist shiny nature. Non-metals does not have shiny nature, except iodine, graphite, diamond. These three will give shiny nature. Next, hardness. So non-metals generally gases. That's why there is no hardness except diamond. So non-metals are soft. Non-metals are soft except diamond. Diamond is the hardest substance. So which element made up of diamond? Carbon. So carbon is a solid. Next, fourth one, MP and BP. What is the meaning of MP? Melting points, boiling points. Non-metals have low MP and BP. That means non-metals are having low boiling point, low melting point. Next, fifth one, sonority. Sonority means the metals which can produce sound, but here non-metals does not produce sound. That's why we are calling non-metals are non-sonorous. Non-metals are non-sonorous. Next, sixth one, ductility. Non-metals does not exist ductility. Does not exist ductility except graphite. Graphite has a layer structure, that's why exists ductility. Next, seventh one, malleability. Non-metals does not exist. Exist malleability. Last one, conductivity. So what is the conductivity? We know that to conduct electricity. So non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity except graphite. Graphite is conductor electricity. So this is the properties of non-metals. So Lavoisier classified the elements two types based on their properties, metals and non-metals. So what is the merit of Lavoisier? So this classification help for the further classification. So what is the drawback Lavoisier classification? So some of the elements exist both metal properties as well as non-metal properties. The elements we are calling metalloids. So Lavoisier classification could not explain the metalloids. So these metalloids exist metal properties as well as non-metal properties. So this is the drawback. Next we are going to Daubner's classification. How you can arrange the elements in the periodic table? Daubner can be arrange the elements increasing order of their atomic weights. How you can arrange the elements in the periodic table? Daubner which can arrange the arranged elements increasing order of their atomic masses. So what is the Daubner's law? Isla stated that elements which can arrange increasing order of their atomic weights So what is the Dabanese law? His law state that elements which can arranged increasing order of their atomic weights. Dabanir classified the elements group of 3 elements. Dabanese classified the elements a group of 3 elements. This group of 3 elements had similar chemical and physical properties. This group of 3 elements had similar chemical and physical properties. So very important topic this one. So here this group of 3 elements had similar chemical and physical properties. Next, last point. A group of such elements was called triads. Very important. A group of such elements was called triads. Who discovered these triads? Dabanir triads. That's what we are calling. It is called Dabanir triads. This law is called as, it is also called as Dabanir law of triads. So next, another one. This one also very, very important. Dabanir was found that found that atomic weight of middle element approximately equal to average atomic weight of weight of another two elements. Very, very important. So here Dabanir was found that atomic weight of middle element approximately equal to average atomic weight of another two elements. Let me take some examples. Lithium, sodium, potassium. So lithium atomic weight how much? 7. Sodium atomic weight is 23. Potassium atomic weight is 39. So this is the middle element atomic weight is equal to average atomic weight of another two element. It is approximate value. Now check it. 7 plus 39 by 2. This is average weights of two elements equal to 46 by 2. 2 1 ja, 2 2 ja, 2 3 ja. What is the value? 23. So this is middle atom atomic weight. So here Dabanir was found that atomic weight of middle element approximately is equal to average atomic weight of another two elements. Let me take another example: chlorine, bromine, iodine. Chlorine, bromine, iodine. What is the atomic weight of chlorine? 35.5. Bromine atomic weight how much? 80. Iodine atomic weight is 127. Now what is the average atomic weight of this one? So here observe, middle atomic weight of element is equal to average atomic weight of another two elements. 35.5 plus 127 by 2. What is the value? 127, 35.5. 5, 12, 6. Here value is 162.5 by 2. Here 2 8 ja, 2 1 ja, point, 2 2 ja 4. Again 1 is there. Take decimal, 2 5 ja. This is the average atomic weight of middle element, 81.25. But here how much value is there? 80. But here 81.25. That's why we are saying approximate value but not exact value. Next let me take any one example: calcium, francium, barium. Calcium, francium, barium. 40, 88, 137. Average atomic weight. Now 40 plus 137 by 2. Now 177 by 2. 2 8 is 16. Again 17 to 8. 1 is there, 2 5. 88.5. This is the middle atomic weight of francium. It is exact value or not? So approximate value. So Dabanir was found that atomic weight of middle element approximately equal to average atomic weight of another two elements. So remaining class, next we will discuss. Thank you.